Hello, Facebook. We are back. We are back. We are back. It is Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock, and we are back. We are back. We are back. Uh, just wanted to start off by saying we did a quick viewing on Friday. It was really, really good and quick. We went over some introduction to OSHA with some beginning information for a lot of people, and I was very, very glad about that. Before we get started today, I just wanted to cover some information and some details that better assist us on this platform. And number one, last week we did not have it up in front of you like we do today. We have our free OSHA training for you website right there. It's in front of you. It's live. It's ready to go. It's free OSHA training for you.com. You can just go to the website freeoshatrainingforyou.com. Go there and up to click on free 10-hour or click on free 30-hour. It's all up to you. It's all was built with you in mind, and it's free, no obligation, no cost to you. Just another training aid that we're producing for you. While we here, I wanted to real quick take a look over at our YouTube channel as well, so everyone can get an idea of what that's all about. So I'm going to bring this page down, and we're going to bring up our YouTube channel. And this is the YouTube channel as well. The YouTube channel is Free OSHA Training for You. Let's talk safety. Those are your keywords for the YouTube channel. It's Free OSHA Training for You. Let's talk safety. So that's the information that we have. You can see it's brand new. We just building on it. It's a great platform, and we wanted to get it out there for everybody to actually take a look at everything that we're doing. And that's the great thing about that. So, guys, I absolutely want everybody to, one, let somebody know that we're absolutely online right now. Take a few minutes and text somebody and let somebody know that we online. Today we're going to be covering fall protection, which is a real good piece of information to cover, but we are online. Number one. Number two, we need to have everybody take a few minutes and just to go over to this YouTube page here. At the end of the session, just go over to the YouTube page, which is Free OSHA Training for You. Let's talk safety and subscribe. Guys, there's no cost for the training. It's no cost for all the videos, the live stream. Everything is free. So the one thing that I do ask in order to help us to continue on this platform is for you to go over to the YouTube channel and just click on the red button, subscribe. Also on the Facebook page, if you just go over to the Facebook page and click on the button to like. So you want to like us at Facebook and you want to subscribe over at the YouTube channel. Very, very important. If we could do those things, we'll be able to go a very, very long ways. While we're getting out of that and we're moving into the fire protection part, I wanted to talk to you briefly I wanted to talk to you more about how the platform is set up, the purpose of the platform, and how it's set up in order to function for you. So we absolutely came up with the idea to build a website where people can go and obtain a 10 to 30-hour OSHA training for free. We wanted to use the platform to share the information, but most of all, the platform is built and put together and used in order to obtain jobs. So we want to make sure that everybody keep that up front. So if you're working with a company and they are looking for somebody, then you can give us a call at 240-898-4050. If you know anything about any jobs, just give us a call at 240-898-4050. When it comes to, if you're looking for a job, then you can send your resume in to us at hooked, HOOKED, on safety at mail.com. Just send the resume in to us. Believe it or not, we've been around 15 years, so a lot of companies calling in, hey, you got a labor for this, or you got flaggers here, or whatever that they might be in need of. They'll be calling and asking. So, guys, we're not gauging our success of the channel by the number of people that view, or we're not gauging our success for the platform by the how many likes that we get. We are gauging our success of the platform by how many people obtain jobs. So we just starting out. This is kind of like our last week in April. The first week in May, we're really going to be pushing very, very hard for everybody to either send their resume in or give us a call about a job. We want to make sure that we meet our goals each week or every month when it comes to obtaining jobs using the platform for its particular purpose, because that's all that this really is about. So if you're a competent person and you know what's going on and you know how to be of value to the home or to the builder or to the employer, then you'll always be able to obtain jobs. We kind of touched on that a little bit last week towards the end of how we can add value for the management team in the field. That's what we want to be able to do, is to add value for the management team in the field. Understanding that a labor becomes a foreman later on becomes a superintendent, and so on and so forth. So we really don't know where your path is at, but we do know that the best way to go down that path is to have value. And in order to add that value to that, you must have certifications and know how to be able to work closely with your management team. So in order to do that, that's our goal with the training, is to make sure that we apply that information to you to the best of our ability. Also, as you know, we also do the ATSA flagging certification. Everybody knows that ATSA is a nationally known certification. You could take it anywhere you want to in the United States. The course covers seven simple principles that ATSA wants you to know when it comes to flagging. You will be a certified flagger. Your name will go into the database, and the course itself is $150. We do that on an appointment basis. You can give us a call again at the 240-898-4050 and schedule that in. Also, we do first aid CPR certifications. We have a beautiful person who's been doing it for over 15 years in the field. It's another great, easy to obtain certification that makes a world of difference in the field. If someone's in the field and an injury takes place and you're able to provide some medical attention to that person, then not only are you of value, adding value to that person's life, but you're speaking to the value of the company and you're speaking to the value of yourself. So we have a first aid and CPR component as well. We also do forklift certifications. Anybody know that every job site have to have material loaded and unloaded? We do those forklift certifications. You can contact us 202-898-4050 on the certifications. If you guys are a company or you know someone that have a company, we are safety consultants. We're one of the best safety consultants in the business in the DC metropolitan area. We absolutely do more for safety than we do in anything else. Nothing else happens here without safety first. And safety means the consultant side of it first. We always love to work with small and medium-sized companies. We help you to develop and implement your health and safety programs. We also do enforcement, which is job site inspection. Safety within itself is just a book on a shelf with no enforcement. So when you're talking about enforcements, we actually go out and do the job site safety inspections. We handle accident investigations and all types of different trainings, first aid and CPR, all different types of trainings, confined space, anything absolutely that have to do with OSHA. That's what we absolutely do. So, with that being said, we want to roll into, fall protection. Fall protection is one of the most underrated uh, obligation to me. Most people give you a bucket. You open the bucket up, and the fall protection equipment is inside of the bucket, and you just put it on, and you don't know how it's used or how to wear it the right way, and so on and so forth. So, in this PowerPoint or in this presentation today, we're going to do a PowerPoint on the fall protection, but not only that. While I was in the field, we have a short video to show you on how to absolutely use your fall protection in the right way. So falls, as you know, falls are the leading causes of death in construction. Most fatalities occur when employees fall from opening sides of floors and through wall openings. A little as 4 to 6 feet. You can fall from a little as 4 to 6 feet, can cause lost time accidents and sometimes deaths. Open sides, floors, platforms 6 feet in height, again, must be guarded. So anytime that you operate in 6 feet or better in the air, which is your average body height, anytime you get past your average body height, you need to be protected. Falls are the number one thing in construction because, again, it is the uneducated of how to absolutely use the fall protection system. So in this presentation, we will understand the working condition of the prompt use of fall protections, and there's options that are available to protect workers from falls in the field. At the end of the training, you'll be able to list at least 4 methods of fall protection available for protecting workers. You'll be able to state the main criteria that prompt use of fall protection for construction workers. And so what we have here is our fall protection system within itself. Now you do know that the fall protection system, the chest piece on the fall protection system is the main key to the system. If you're operating the system and you do not close the chest piece around you, if you do not close the chest piece around you, your chest, it can throw you out of the system at any mass speed. So if anything snag you, it will throw you out left, or if it's snagging you, it will throw you out right. So the one thing that we must understand, and is always first and utmost when it comes to fall protection, is that the chest piece is snug on your chest. Must understand that. Okay. Fall protection systems and work practices must be in place before you get started. So what are they saying? You have to wear your fall protection before you get started. And what is a work practice? Work practice is actually how you're going to do it. So you must wear it, and you must know how you're going to do it. And most people give you, again, the fall protection inside of the bucket and tell you to put it on. They don't and tell you that you need to wear it, but they don't tell you how you're going to wear it. So you need to be aware of these things. And that's what this part of the training about, taking each component and spending time in it to make sure that everyone is aware of how to use this system properly. Okay. So we're in the back of the fall arrest system here. As you can see, you must be properly trained on how to use the personal fall arrest system, the anchor, your lifeline, and your body harness. And one thing about the back of it, it should be, as you can see here, it should be even with your back blade. It shouldn't be below. It shouldn't be above. It should be just even with your back blade. If your fall protection system is even with your back blade, then you have a better chance of rescue. So it also says here that your safety lines or whatever you anchor into, very important information, must be able to support 5,000 pounds. So you just can't connect from the back and then connect to a guardrail system that only holds 200 pounds when you need to connect to something that holds 5,000 pounds. Number one thing, the average body weight, if it takes a fall, it always increases in speed. It's just for sample that we all can understand. You can take a dime out of your pocket and drop it from the 50th floor, and that dime will pick up so much speed, and by the time it hit the ground, it could actually be what? And it's just a light little dime, but because of the speed and because it's going and traveling, the more it picks up, the more faster it is, the harder it hits. So you want to make sure that you're connecting to something that's 5,000 pounds that will be able to protect you if you take a fall. So you got the versatile fall arrest system. We're talking about the guardrail systems here. Everybody in construction know that your top rail is always going to be 42. Your mid rail is always going to be 21. And then your toe board is always going to be 3.5 inches off of the ground. That is a guardrail system in construction. We go over this one more time. Your guardrail system in construction, your top rail is always going to be 42 inches high. Your mid rail is always going to be 21 inches high. And then your toe board is always going to be 3.5 inches off of the ground. Safety nets, we don't use those that much. When is fall protection needed? It says ramps, walkways, open edges, holes, concrete, foams, rebar, excavation, roof, wall openings, bricklaying, residential construction. Guys, fall protection is needed at 6 feet. Regardless of what you're doing and speaking to what you're doing, at 6 feet, fall protection is needed. At 6 feet. It's very, very simple, very, very easy to understand. When you're average body height, the minute you're higher in the air than your ground, than your feet on the ground, it is time for you to be protected. It doesn't take a lot of distance to fall to actually hurt yourself. And then, we as people understand these principles very well. When we get up every morning, we go to work to pay the mortgage, pay the rent, take care of the kids, take care of things that's important to us. This is why we get up and do that. And for us to be uneducated and take a fall behind lack of education, and that's the reason when most people fall behind a lack of education and get hurt and spend time off the job, then those bills, then those rent, then those mortgages, then those kids and everything that's important to you now become a stress factor for you, because you have to cover those while you are at home. And a lot of us don't know about everybody else, but a lot of us have a situation where we're going from month to month to month to month. And if we do have some savings, we probably could pay 1 or 2 months worth of bills, but not 6 or 7 or 8 months out. So we need to make sure that at the end of the day that we go to work and that we come home safely. And some of the stuff is going to require you spending a little money on your own to protect yourself in the right way, in a decent fashion, instead of relying on somebody else. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be responsible for your safety. The company agrees to hire you. You agree to be at work at that start time. At the end time, you go home. on Friday or whatever payday it is for you, they will have a check for you. And that's basically your agreement. So you have to protect yourself and make sure that you're doing things so that you can continue to uphold your end of the agreement. Because if anything happens, it's definitely not their fault. It's always going to be where you should have been trained, you should have been this, you should have been that. So you want to make sure that your asset being with the company doesn't turn into a liability by not spending a few dollars for training, not grabbing information, not being certified information, not knowing. All of these are small things that you do to put yourself in a better position so that you can be able to come in and go home every single day. Guys, I think that we talked about it real briefly last week, and I keep going back to this because most people don't understand that for every hour that you work, 2 people pass away. So if you're working 8-hour days, then 16 people has died all the way around in the USA. That's every single day. So you want to make sure that you're not a part of that number and you're moving in the right direction. All right, so we got walkways, ramps, and other ways there. Falls in the residential construction. In residential, it doesn't make a difference if you're in residential or on a commercial site. At 6 feet, you need to be tied off. This guy here has unprotected sides and edges here. Nylon rope that don't mean anything. The skylight, he sat down for lunch on the skylight thinking that it's going to hold him. Uneducated doesn't mean that he's going to be back at the end of the day after that fall. Floor holes are not covered completely. Always cover and secure and label so that people know exactly what's going on. These are little things that you could do that really makes a difference. Concrete form rebar. Every time you're using rebar, it cuts like a knife. So make sure that you got rebar caps on them so that nothing can happen and no protruding ends can come into you. Excavation, you see this one here, absolutely terrible. It's basically out to the public. You got cars there parking. Absolutely terrible. Kids come over, curiosity. There's no protection in the trench. None at all. And this is where falls can take place. So in roofing, anytime that you're working, it doesn't make a difference what type of work that you're doing. They're talking roofing here, but any type of work that you do, you need to be protected at 6 feet. Tie off. Doesn't make a difference. This is 6 feet in the air. Good work practices. Good work practices. How you going to do something. So if you want to bring something up, you want to tie it together or restrain it down in the air on the ground, if possible. You want to tether or restrain workers so that they don't reach the edge. You want to use a safety monitor, which is the light decibel thing to do, but it is a viable path. And also you want to use your conventional fall protection. So training is the most important piece. It is the key to your success in anything that you do. Education and training. Education and training. When you educate yourself on something and then spend time in training on that, you develop history. History gives you experience. Experience in the field allows you to obtain further things. So at the end of the day, if we're not trained, we don't have experience, then we are hitting those 2 people per hour. If we are trained and we gather an experience, then eventually we can pick up and move forward with our management team because simply we are now experienced in the field. It doesn't make a difference what you're doing. You could be a house cleaner, but you're dealing with chemicals in the house cleaning. You have to be experienced in that. You can be Jiffy Lube, dealing with the car stuff. You have to have experience in that. A salesperson have to have experience in sales. Whatever it is, you have to gain experience in it. In order to do that, you have to be able to work in the field. So training teaches you how to recognize the hazards, how to minimize the hazards. The training must cover the fall hazards, the fall protection system, and the use of the fall protection devices itself. In summary, guys, if you can fall 6 feet or more, you must be protected. You need to use it when you're on walkways, ramps, open sides, holes, concrete, forms, excavation, rebar, wall opening, bricklaying, residential construction. Protected measures includes guardrails, safety nets, and your personal fall arrest system. So this is our time when it comes to fall protection. I hope that it educated you and let you know about how to work safely in the field of of construction and able to protect yourself from a fall. We wanted to recap again before we let you go into our short video that we have out being in the field. We wanted to just recap again the things that we are basically asking of you. You do know that you can go to your free OSHA training for you. Log on to your free OSHAtrainingforyou.com and obtain your 10 and 30-hour OSHA training at no cost or obligation to you. Also, we ask that you like the Facebook page while you here. If it was any information that made any sense to you or said this is okay or this is great, want you to like the page in order for us to keep us alive on the platform. Also, we're going over to our YouTube channel, which is Free OSHA Training for You. Let's talk safety. It's free OSHA training for you. Let's talk safety. On that YouTube channel, you can view all the videos that we have and all the trainings and things that we're conducting out in the field. You might not see it. It's all right there. We ask that you hit the red button to subscribe. Again, our platform is going to be measured by the success of jobs that we develop and fall in place for people. So in order to do that, if you know someone who is hiring, we ask again that you give us a call at 240-898-4050. If you're out there looking for a job, we ask that you send your resume over to us at hooked, HOOKED, on safety at mail.com. On your resume, please put if you're driving or if you're not driving. That's the type of information that I need to share with others when they calling in here in regards to laborers or whatever they might be looking for. Again, we thank you for your time. We're going to go into our short video from here. And also, if didn't nobody tell you, we're always here for one purpose and one purpose only. And that's to help people attain jobs. We're not here begging for money. We're not here asking for things of that sort of nature. It's just the one thing purpose, our one main purpose is to help people obtain jobs and provide training for those people that's looking for jobs. Because everything that we really do make a difference. Thank you.